He joins us now from New York. And just following on from that conversation I just had with Rasul there, Marco, how significant a step forward is this, the operation of international flights for Syria's normalization?
It's a very, very important step on what we call the long road to normalization. What it does, it has impacts in many ways. For one, it's for international business. These confidence-building measures it starts off a sequence of developments. Also for the diaspora to come home, for ordinary citizens and for public morale, seeing that things in airports, travel, domestic travel and international travel are extremely important. I'd say, and also it's where this reflects a broader reality whereby you have to have major players from the region, from the Middle East, both governments, public sector and private sector companies taking part in this process. It has to emanate from the region. So you have regional carriers with global reach, for example, Qatar Airways and Turkish Airlines. Qatar Airways resuming flights for the first time in many, many years since the start of the revolution, and also Turkish Airlines. Many technical officials have come from Turkey looking at the airport and trying to resume the flights as soon as possible. It's a process that will take weeks, it'll take months, but it emanates from the region, and then other international carriers over time, over weeks and months, will follow step by step. But it has to take place from within the region.
Marco, just contextualise this for us. Opening the international air flights and airports, obviously good for the economy, but it's the sanctions that need to be lifted that are really going to make a difference to Syria's economy going forward, aren't they?
It's a parallel process, a multi-front parallel process, whereby you have to have, obviously, Europe, the U.S., that's why the diplomatic process taking place, the flurry of diplomatic activities that have taken place in recent weeks are key to the economic process and to the opening of the country. You need that recognition from the international community. For example, HTS-led government, HTS needs to be taken off the terrorism list. The Assad-era sanctions need to be lifted. Once they are lifted, and then that unleashes international aid, not only aid, but also recognition. The private sector will pick up on that. They feel comfortable, and they'll start to move in. So it's all a process, parallel, moving on several fronts: diplomatic, political, and economic.
Meanwhile, there are still ongoing security challenges across parts of the country, including a security operation ongoing in Homs. Tell us a bit more about what is going on there. And are these sort of security challenges just expected?
Yeah, I mean, they'll increase over time. Basically, several weeks ago, settlement centers were set up by the new government in Damascus. Settlement centers are basically disarmament, registering, and reintegrating former Assad regime forces, army, police, and several other forces. Many have, the key thing is also giving in weapons and identifying who these people are and trying to reintegrate them. Obviously, there's many individuals who are just serving in these forces, but there are also individuals who are subject to criminal prosecution. Those, let's call them those who are left out, those who have not gone to the settlement centers, remain armed. And those are the individuals that are the targets of these sweeps that are taking place in cities like Homs and many other places. The city of Homs is the third largest city in Syria, but it was also important because it was a bedrock of the revolution. And in order for the new government forces to be able to crack down, they're going to need information from local citizenry. And local citizenry in Homs was very much, as I said, opposed to the Assad regime. So that helps the process between new security forces and ordinary citizens providing critical information.
Marco, thank you for your perspective today. Marco Vicenzino, Global Strategy Advisor, joining us there from New York.
Thank you.